Blessed Wednesday morning to the saints of God. I pray that each of you are doing well. Your families are doing well. You hear me say it time and time again. It's always a joy to come before you with God's word. As he shares it with me, I share it with his people. The word today is coming from Esther chapter 7, verse 10. And if you ever get a chance to read that entire book of Esther, those 9 chapters in Esther, it's very, very, well, 10 chapters of Esther. It's very, very encouraging. And I would encourage each of you to just take time to set aside to just read that short book. It will enlighten you as to how God strategically places people where he places them, and the power of God, the infinite wisdom of God. He will set your enemy up for your success. He will set your enemy up for your takeover at that peak of their power, of that peak of their authority. You will step into that. All you have to do is just sit back, chill out, and relax. Just as scripture tells us, be patient. All right? Just wait. Just wait and watch what God does in the face of your enemy. And let me read that one verse there of chapter 7, and we're going to read verse 10. So they hang Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king's wrath pacified. And in reading this book of Esther, it tells you how Esther was the niece of Mordecai and how she was a very beautiful woman, and that she was presented to the king. I'm just summarizing. She was presented to the king and found worthy of his companionship after the king's wife declined to come and show her beauty at a recent gathering. And what eventually happens is Esther is placed behind enemy lines. She's placed behind enemy lines. And Mordecai, he has it out. Not Mordecai, Haman has it out for the Jews. He's out to destroy the Jews. Just as our enemies, just as the world, just as the devil is out to destroy us today, we'll look at a situation and we will quickly assess the situation as being good, toxic, indifferent. There are no indifferent situations. You can't straddle the fence. A situation is either for you to benefit you spiritually, or that situation is against you and it's out to tear you down with the devil's intentions. There is so much I want to say and go into about this book of Esther, but I would just stick to chapter 7, verse 10 right there. And then over in verse 8, let me go to verse 10. Let me go to verse 10. And I'm going to read verse 10 in its entirety before my son has to go. And the king Asheru laid a tribute upon the land and upon the isles of the sea, and all the acts of his power and his might, and the declaration of the generation and the greatness of Mordecai, whereunto the king advanced him, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the king of Media and Persia? For Mordecai the Jew was next unto King Ahasuerus, and the great among the Jews, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people, and speaking peace to all his seed. What Haman and his followers meant for destruction and death, God promoted the enemy, just as he did with Joseph, to be second in command to a king that had signed a decree to destroy all Jews. So just know that you are strategically placed where you need to be. Look for the good in the situation that you are in, and God will manifest himself and show and reveal his presence to be a glorified situation for you. Trust God right now in the thickness, in the darkness, in the tightness of your situation, and know that his divine plan is to prosper you and not to harm you. His divine plan is to elevate and increase you, not to decrease you. So trust it. Trust what your eyes don't see. This is when your faith must be at its height. Your faith must carry you through these difficult times, just as their faith carried them through their difficult times. May God have a blessing to the hearers and doers of his word. Be encouraged and encourage others. God bless you.